Welcome back to LaNise Spicey, and we're so glad to have you here. We're going to be making a delicious baked potato casserole. It's a family favorite, and I'm sure you'll love it. So why don't you click that subscribe button and turn those notification bell so that way you can get more lovely content. This is a preview of the ingredients that you'll be needing today for this delicious recipe. Now, first you're going to want to rinse and clean your potatoes before you start to peel them. And so that's what I'm doing. I'm using a knife here because I forgot my vegetable peeler at my home. Yes, I want to say thank you to my Aunt Belinda for opening up her home so that we could make this video. So yeah, I'm just going to be peeling the potatoes and I'm using a knife. And one important rule is to remember when you cut, always cut away from yourself. It's a great technique to prevent, you from cutting yourself because it's easy to get carried away when you're like cutting these potatoes. So yeah, you just do it like that. And we're going to try to chop them up into like chunks. Like you see, we want them to kind of be like cubed shaped roughly. That's the goal. Because what we're trying to do is keep it as solid as possible because we want to really give it that baked potato texture. We don't want mashed potatoes. So there you go. You're going to put those, that's probably about a bag of potatoes. You're going to put that into water, boiling water. And you're going to add a little bit of salt to it. And what you're going to do is you're going to let that cook for about 20 minutes. Yes, just 20 minutes to a boil. And while that's cooking, you're going to go ahead and cut up a small onion into fine pieces like this. Next, you're going to spray your pan. You're going to go ahead and put some oil in there, and then you're going to put those onions in there. And we want to get them nice and kind of brown, brown and toasted kind of to look like that. They kind of start to get a little translucent. Then you're going to want to add your turkey ground meat. You can use turkey ground meat, that's what I prefer, or you can use ground meat, whichever you prefer. And next you're going to add a little bit of salt, a little bit of pepper, so you can have a little bit of flavor. And you're just going to cook that meat and, kind of break the pieces down until it's like all brown. And my aunt at this point, she was like, "LaNise, what are you cooking? It smells so good." And I hadn't even, got to the real stuff yet. And so this is what you want it to look like. You want it to be kind of brown. You want it to be brown so that, the meat's well cooked. There's no like pink pieces. Then you're going to take your chili packet. I like McCormick. They're really good. So you're going to go ahead and put 1 pack in there with your onions and ground turkey. And you're just gonna stir that around till it's the flavors all over. Then you're gonna take a small can of tomato sauce and you're gonna put that over the meat. And you're gonna stir that in. Next, what you're gonna do is you're gonna take a little bit of water. When I say just a little. Oh, well, before that, sorry. You're gonna put a little salt and pepper. Forgot about that. I just really like my stuff to have flavor, so I'll put a little bit of salt and pepper in there. Try not to be heavy-handed, and I'm adding like a little bit of water. When I say probably about less than 1/4 of that can, just so that all the flavors can go together and you kind of have that nice saucy, meat that you usually get when you have like a baked potato. Then you're going to spray your pan that you're going to use to put in the oven with some oil. And then you're going to take those potatoes that we let cook for 20 minutes. We're going to put those into the pan. And you're going to spread that around. And then after you do that, this is the good part. You're going to take some salt. And then you're going to take some butter. And you're going to slice those little butter pieces. And you're going to put it throughout the potatoes. Now this is good because it's going to give it that buttery taste that that tastes so good on baked potato. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to take that meat that we cooked and we're going to spread it over those potatoes and butter. And you're going to see it's already going to start melting. By this point, it's smelling really good. You're just gonna spread that all out. And it really wouldn't be a casserole if you didn't put cheese on it. I'm just saying, you need the cheese. So we're gonna be adding that to it in a little bit, but you wanna make sure it's spread out well. So yes, I use like a cheddar cheese on this because that's what I like to put on my baked potatoes. And you're just gonna spread it out. You can make it as cheesy as you want. You can make it as meaty as you want. You could even have added an extra packet of meat. If you're like most people who just love meat, I mean, it wouldn't have hurt. But yeah, just spread that cheese out all over. You don't have to be shy with it because it tastes so good when it's melted in the oven. And you're gonna put in the oven for about 15 minutes at 350 degrees. And while you're doing it, and while that's in the oven, you can go ahead and chop up your onions, or some people say chives, and that's gonna be our topper that we're gonna put on top of our casserole when it's finished after the 15 minutes. It's just like a great garnish, and it tastes great on top. So just cut those up nice and fine. All right. Then you're just gonna go ahead and take it out. Look, it's already looking amazing. And you put that on top. Woo! The flavor is gonna be so good. So you just put that on top, garnish it and everything. And voila, there you go. Look at this. And why don't you just go ahead and click that like button, because I know it looks good to you, and I know if you make it, you'll like it too. Yeah, so what I did is I made a little Caesar salad on the side to go with this casserole because, try to balance out my meals, And then I just put some of this delicious casserole on there, plated it, because I had went to visit my aunt, and when I visit her, one of my favorite things to do is to cook for her, because I feel like cooking is just relaxing, and I love to do it for people I care about. I really do. And I made a mistake. That was blueberry yogurt. It was supposed to be regular yogurt. And yeah. So instead of using sour cream, I really like to use regular Greek yogurt. And this is the little spicy part. Can't go without my jalapeños. It has that kick to it. If you know anything about Texas barbecue, going to Papa's barbecue, yeah. So I just want to thank you guys so much for watching my videos. And I really hope you have a good day. And as always, spice out until next time. Bye, guys.